Hi guys, my name is Stephanie Contreras and I'm going to share with you my 7 factors to wholeness. And I do have my notes here, so I will be reading off my notes. And I'm bringing this up because I find that wholeness is the best and really only way to truly generate greatness and things that are going to last for a long time, right? Whether that's success, whether that's a business, whether that's a family structure. Having these 7 factors of success is like really building on a foundation that's concrete. And I put this together and it was just like flowing so naturally. And I was just really excited to share what I came up with, and I hope you love it. So number 1 is going to be abundance, right? Having a mindset of abundance is really having a growth mindset. A mindset where there's exchange between you and others, or that you're giving and in return you know how to receive. Really, this is like getting rid of any lack in your life, right? I've seen a lot just in my life where I'd be so afraid to spend money or like invest in certain things because I'm like, is it really going to get the return back? And that mindset was a lack mindset. It was a poverty mindset. And that's what we want to avoid, especially if we're going to be whole and complete. It's really more about having freedom to make choices, right? And that's what this is all about. Wholeness is really coming from a place where you feel confident, and that's actually going to be one of those factors. So I'm going to keep going. But just know that in abundance, you must be willing to receive it as well, right? So number 2 is going to be integrity. Now, I'm a part of a program called Landmark, and integrity is really the whole foundation of the program. So I've studied integrity for many, many years, and integrity is one of my most favorite words, probably. It's in the Bible. It's a very, very big concept of being able to say something and doing what you say. And one of those things about integrity is really about having power. Because when you have integrity, like I'm going to show up at 3 p.m., right? Or I'm going to call you at 2:30, and you're exact, you're on point, and it doesn't always happen that you're in integrity. Now, what I've noticed in my life is that when I'm out of integrity is because other things are not going right in my life. So that's why I like bringing this up of integrity. Why integrity? Why work on your integrity? This is actually what Landmark would say is being whole and complete is having all things in integrity. Now, we're always working towards integrity. Sometimes our room gets messy. Sometimes we show up late, right? There's there's little times where we're going to be out of integrity, and that's just a sign that you must work on something. Like, what else is in the way? What are you not doing? What did you say you would do that you still haven't done? So for me to get back in integrity, what I like to do is I like to make a list of things that I haven't done and then start working towards that list so that I can get myself more in integrity and really, like I said, to create space in your life and freedom to be able to go after things and things to flow naturally, right? So when you're in integrity, when you're abundant, things are just flowing naturally. You're believing that everything's going to be great, that things are going to work out, and that's what this is all about. The 7 factors of wholeness, right? So number 3 is going to be respect. So my notes on respect is saying the whole truth and to others, and really why I bring this up, and respect is really about you also accepting certain things. When it comes to respect, I also realize like I'm so great at certain things, right? And so why wouldn't I allow myself to charge a certain price or to respect my value and my worth, being with the person that would be more, even in my life. Like, this is something very personal, right, for me. But respect is so many things. When you respect your value and your worth, you don't allow anything less than what you deserve, right? When you respect others, you don't lie to them. You don't tell them one thing so that because you feel bad that they may react a certain way. When you have respect for another person, you honor them with the truth so that you give them power to make a decision whether they want to forgive you, whether they want to accept, or whether they would like you to not be in their life. So you see, a lot of times we hold back saying certain truths because we're afraid of how that other person would respond. And so this has a lot to do with relationships and respect, but respect is really being I had a friend recently tell me like this. Respect is being able to re-inspect, right? And what do we mean by inspect? Really analyzing who you're being in a relationship, who you're being in your business. Being able to have respect is going and having power to restore everything that's happening by being a responsible human being. Okay, so a lot of respect has to do with being responsible and not putting blame onto other people, respecting that there's boundaries, that when you're wrong, you can ask for forgiveness, you can say the whole truth, and you can actually be with what is the real situation and not pretend like there's other situations that you're dealing with when the reality is there's things that you must deal with. And that's just having true respect for your time, honoring that life is limited. We can't live pretending, because that's just going to leave you not whole, right? And honestly, like living not whole is lacking all of these things, lacking integrity, lacking respect, lacking abundance. So number 4 is commitment. This is a big one. I love commitment. I actually think I love commitment, and I don't love to commit to things when I know that I don't have this abundance factor happening, when I'm not like free to just say yes, you know? Commitment is many things. When you buy something, you committed to paying a certain amount of money to have an exchange for something else. When you say, I am going to be with you in a person, right, in a relationship, that, you know, whatever commitment is for you and that other person, there is an expectation now that happens. So I love this factor of commitment, because when you commit to a business, when you commit to a workout plan, what does that mean to you? Are you truly committed to actually follow through in the program? Are you committed to learning, knowledge, growth, and all of the factors that would actually help you to get what you're going to get back? You see, how you view commitment is how your life is going to show up for you. So if you view commitment like something that you can break, like, oh yeah, I said that I was going to build this business, but I'm not really going to put in all the time that I have to put in, like studying, listening to people who've already come before me to have success. You know, are you really committed, or are you just hanging out? You know, in a relationship, likewise, if you're going to be dating a few different people, but you've given your word to one person, is that really being committed to somebody? I mean, unless the other person knows, again, you have to have that respect factor. You have to have integrity with doing what you say you would do. And see, commitment ties right into this integrity factor. And what I love about commitment, it's like setting goals as well. When you set a goal, it's like you're not going to set a goal that's just going to be something like, well, I'm not truly committed to it, but I'll just put it out there, right? When you're committed and you value commitment, you can set your goals, and more than likely you're going to begin to reach them a lot faster. Why? Because you have value to what commitment is, because you have integrity, because you have an abundance factor, and because you have respect for yourself, saying that I want this and I'm going to go out there and know that I'm deserving to have it. Now, number 5 is confidence. Ooh, I love confidence. I think that's one of those things that I've lacked confidence in a lot of areas of my life at one point, right? Just not feeling ready, not feeling secure, not doing my due diligence makes me feel a lack of confidence. I think confidence is really great when it comes to speaking out and saying things as well. So like when you're doing your commitments and your affirmations, like, you know, there's ways actually to build your confidence, and it's really by having success behind you, right? So when you start to follow through with certain things, your confidence starts to go up. That's why this is all tied together. It's all one big puzzle. That's why I loved it when it was like a finished product. I'm like, I can't wait to share this with the people. So confidence is really like even just expressing yourself. I think confidence is one of those things where you just have light. You're just giving. You're just flowing. Things are working for you. You're following through, so you know that the next day, since you followed through before, you can follow through again. Confidence is really coming after things with invigorating passion and excitement and trust, right? Confidence is really having that like underlining trust that things are going to work out. Confidence is like faith that it's all going to work out. And really, confidence is generated from your past as well. So what if you're in a place that you don't have confidence? Well, I would start with setting small baby goals, right? Like, okay, this morning I'm just gonna wake up on time at 6 a.m. and I'm gonna jump out of bed and make sure that my day goes the way I say it's gonna go. You start to build your confidence when you promise yourself something and you do it. You see, there's a really important relationship, and that's the one with yourself. And if you want to start to work on all of these areas, I definitely recommend start with yourself, because later you can commit to other people and other projects and other communities if what's happening first, you're doing it for yourself, right? Why would you honor other people if you can't even honor yourself? Over time, you're not even going to care to honor other people, right? So you are your most important friend first, right? And to start to work on these things, like, I congratulate you for listening to this, because simply this message will give you a lot of confidence to know, do I have the 7 factors of wholeness in my life put together? Or did I miss the abundance factor? Am I saving? Do I have money in my bank account, or am I always running low? If my integrity, did I lie to somebody today? Did I say something that I didn't truly mean? You know, I actually can tell you that one of the things, I'm going to go on to number 6. Number 6 is peace. So I'm going to share this. This is actually very personal. And I have a friend that, to me, it's somebody that I look up to. And if she hears this, she'll know that I'm talking about her. But I called her the other day and I just said, hey, I just want you to know that I was jealous of you. I was jealous of you when you were building your life, and I just thought, like, I should have the life that she has. Why am I not living at that level? Why don't I have my business flowing? And why am I not feeling like, I just had this like real lack mindset, okay? My abundance factor was way low and my confidence was way low. A lot of things were happening in my life and I had no peace, which is the 6th factor of wholeness. I had no peace. And I can still tell you I'm working on my peace factor, so where I can just literally feel all of this wholeness and give abundantly and feel like lack of, oh my gosh, are they going to like what I say? Like, all of those things don't come from a place of wholeness and being complete, right? They're coming from a place where there's something in my life that's still missing. And one of the things that I said to my girlfriend was, I'm sorry, because I did have this jealousy against you. And I know that wasn't gonna be forever. I knew it was temporary, but it was like I was wanting something. My heart desired to have the success and the confidence that you had, that you were putting out there. And I told her, I'm sorry, even though I was feeling that jealousy, I told her, I promised you that I was praying for you, and I knew that it was something that was going to inspire upon me that I have to reach to my own levels as well, right? This comparing factor can really, really break you down and will leave you with no peace, okay? So you're on your own journey. Peace is about you and whatever's going on in your life, and it's almost like these factors can build up to one another. And if you don't have the abundance mindset, realize, are you lacking studying certain things? Are you lacking inspecting your life, right? Having respect for yourself and for others, okay? Not just for yourself, but for others as well. Not name calling, not blaming other people, not talking, what was it called, that gossip? No gossip, right? Having all of that actually brings a lot of lack into your life. Why? Because you start to feel guilty for the things that you've done. So when I called my friend and let her know, hey, I'm really sorry. I know that you didn't even know that this was happening. But to me, it's important to let you know that I don't have that anymore, and that more than anything, you inspired me to become a better person and to really seek God. Because that's how my friend was pursuing her life. And I'm just really grateful that I have friends and people that I can look up to, and that I can be this vulnerable to let them know, like, hey, this is in my space, this is in my life. I do feel guilty for being jealous of somebody, because there is no need to feel that. And, to that level of like working on yourself is really just having true passion for life, like wanting more out of life, wanting to feel that freedom, and that's what peace is, so we know the things in our heart, and little by little, I do recommend, in order to find peace, the peace, yes, it comes from within, but it's a lot of work out here. It's a lot of work with the people, because you've been putting out energy that hasn't worked for your life, and you just got to start to mend and heal all of that, okay? And the way you do that is through relationships. And a lot of times, like in relationships, I see this a lot in friends, and like I'm really blessed to have a lot of couples in my life who have taught me so much. When you've gone in a relationship with another person and a lot has happened, a lot has broken down, right? And you eventually end up with just, looking away at each other, not even being able to look at other people in their eyes, right? Or any type of hatred that you have, even in like a brother-sister relationship, it's simply lack of communication and lack of that closeness, because something is now in between you guys, right? And so all it really takes is conversations and work. So I want to let you know that this all comes down to your 7th factor of wholeness, which is going to be love, right? So for you to do all of this is for you to really love other people, for you to love yourself, for you to feel abundance, integrity, respect, commitment, confidence, peace, and love in your life. It's really going to come down to having that wholeness and working on each and every one of these factors one by one. But love is going to be where you really are going to become a bigger and greater person, where you're going to know yourself as a person that can have whatever they want, do whatever they want, and not whatever you want in a bad way, but really coming from a place of like, I want to create an orphanage, or I want to create some kind of contribution in life, right? Love has to come for contribution, to give to others. And love is also a sign of receiving. So if you want to receive abundance, if you want to receive the presence of the Lord, if you want to receive and hear just, like songs of peace, it's all going to come from a place of wholeness. So that's why it's worth having wholeness. That's why it's worth having these conversations that are separating you from your true wholeness. And I'm just gonna say, start one by one. Sometimes we've gone so far away in distance from people, and it starts with even picking up the phone and just saying, hey, how have you been? Getting interested in other people. And this will help you in all areas of life. So I hope you guys love this 7 factors of wholeness, and the ultimate one is going to be to have love in your life. So take care. Bye-bye.